Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to another speed build. Today we are back in Moonwood Mill. I thought that maybe making a fun A-frame home would be a good idea. I just had a thought that maybe A-frames would be a fun thing to try because it's been a long time since I did an A-frame and they're actually quite difficult to get the basic shape of and I know that I struggle with them, so I wanted to try one more time to see if I could make a really cool shaped A-frame home. And it also does have a bump out with like a greenhouse in it, so that's pretty cool. In the back here I thought maybe we'd have like a back deck to match the front deck area, but I ultimately decided against that, so I do end up just pulling that all to be one level, just straight in the back. And then I was playing around with windows and such. I did pull out a bunch of windows from Horse Ranch plus this fence piece from Horse Ranch, but I also mixed and matched some like Dream Home Decorator and a little bit of Werewolves and then a little bit of Cottage Living. I tried to keep it pretty rustic, but also, you know, relatively modern with the times at least. And then over here is where I'm starting to figure out where the bump out is going to go, because I wanted there to have a pretty significant space for gardening, like greenhouse situation, and I also wanted a little extension to the upstairs so there would be enough room for an actual bedroom where you could actually see things and move around where a bed would fit. It was a little squishy up there, so this is the shape I came up with. And then I just added some other roof pieces and tried to, you know, piece them together so that nothing would clip inside the home. And it took me a while, but I did eventually figure it out. I think that Sims 4 is really funny with having to make a gazillion roof pieces so that they don't clip inside the home. You'd think that, you know, that would be a given. Obviously no one wants their roof clipping inside the house, but that's okay. Whatever. We make do. We have figured out all of our tricks. So here you'll see I picked both of these roof patterns from the Werewolves pack, the one that's corrugated roofing that has the holes in it because I thought that was really fun, and then also the mossy covered roof because, again, I was trying to make it kind of blend in and look really rustic and fit in with this area, but also have a modern twist to it with the A-frame and the style of furniture on the inside. So it is a little Horse Ranch though. I definitely dug into that a lot. I really like all of the wood tones that came with that pack, and I find that I can mix and match those wood tones really well with other packs and also with the base game. So that is why I went with that direction. Here you'll see I'm putting in a lot of windows for the greenhouse. I did not use any Greenhouse Haven windows, but I did use this lovely door from Greenhouse Haven because I wanted a nice big door. As you can see that the wood tone on that matches the Horse Ranch windows really well. And in the front I did these skinny windows from Horse Ranch. I also added a bunch of shutters, and then I do end up changing the swatch on them to be more of a greenish swatch, like this kind of deep greenish blue. I thought that was really fun. Add a little bit of color to the exterior, and that kind of guided my color scheme for the rest of the home as well. And then this like wall decoration that's supposed to go in the eave of the roof, I put that here where the greenhouse is, and because I wanted it to kind of fit, I adjusted the roof just to fit that eave a little bit nicer, and I think it looks so cool. And then of course I added a matching green roof trim to the rest of the roof pieces to kind of go with the same color that's on the shutters. So I do that pretty shortly. I also made these little bump outs on either side of the upper deck into like planter boxes, so you will see that shortly. Upstairs, I didn't like how the roof was kind of clipping in because I got rid of the ceiling under the corrugated metal roof piece so that there would be some light coming through those holes. So I did have to add like a little ceiling spot up there so that it wouldn't look so silly. And also I put the green trim on that. So here you'll see all of that green trim going in. I think that's really fun. It just adds a little bit of color, a little bit of interest to the whole home, because otherwise it was just very, very wood toned and not super interesting. I wanted it to be a little bit more fun. So here we have a little entryway space coming together with an archway that leads into the rest of the living space. It's a very open concept. We have a small living area where the couch is, and then in the very back left corner is going to be the kitchen area where the windows are going in now. Also a tiny bathroom next to the stairs, and then behind the couch I do end up putting a little dining space, and there's also a door on the inside that goes to the greenhouse. Over here I did have to use a lot of tool mod, but I did make this fireplace and the frame TV from Modern Lux Kit fit together really nicely. I had to, elevate it, move it around, make sure that it was flat up against the fireplace, and I think it came out really cute in the end. My playtester sim had zero problems getting around this home and accessing everything, so it is very nicely playtested. I devoted a lot of time to this one. So here you'll see now I'm working on the kitchen, just picking out these lovely green countertops because I just, again, leaning into some color because the rest of the inside is kind of plain and simple. So I just wanted to pick at least one color scheme to just keep, and I thought Moonwood Mill is very covered in evergreen trees, lots of pine trees, lots of other greenery. So some green on the inside might help bring like the outside in just a little bit. And then of course playing around with these windows some more. I just wanted a little bit more light in the kitchen. There's that dining table. I pull that from Horse Ranch as well. And then over here, we're going to be putting down our patio pavers, just the regular base game, like stone pavers. And up here, I'm putting the finishing touches on these like planter box things that are on either side. I pull out these lovely trees with the low-lying flowers underneath them. Those are from Eco Lifestyle, and I think that they fit really nicely right in here. And then also this little barrel of tulips and such, just because I could kind of hide it in this little space and fill it up a little bit more. I also did put the like the floor cover that comes in like the carpet and stuff. That's like a dirt texture, just because you can't really see it, but just in case you're looking at it from a certain angle, I just wanted it to be covered with some kind of flooring. And some benches from Outdoor Retreat, lovely rug that came with laundry day, and there's also some hanging lanterns from Horse Ranch up there as well. Here is some stairs to the side of the building, and then I decided to get rid of this chunk of platform over here because I kind of didn't really see that it was necessary to have that spot be like a deck space. I thought it could just be flat. And also the platform trim matches the patio pavers because I wanted that to match. That was important to me, I guess. But it got rid of it when I added the fence, of course, because why would it stay? But we're adding some more stairs on either side, and then I believe I do paint the edges of the stairs with the same siding from the rest of the home. But that's pretty much it for the basic color scheme and the look of the outside of the home. I did add some more exterior lighting just because it was looking a little dark at night and I want everything to be nice and lit up. Also, I thought maybe a little cover over here in the entry would look nice, so I use these from, I think those are from Base Game, although they could be from Get Together. Don't quote me on that. But inside we have more Horse Ranch wallpaper going in our little entryway mud area space, and then some more Eco Lifestyle cabinetry over here. It's all purely decorative in this area. There's the cats and dogs like bench with storage and some hanging coats, and also a coat rack, a lovely runner rug in the front. I think I end up putting some other clutter and stuff on the walls in there later just because I wanted it to look cute, but that room is not functional. It's just like a segue into the rest of the home. And then over here in the kitchen, I did add some pillars just to kind of separate the space and also to frame the stairs, and some upper cabinets to match the lower cabinets. And then the range hood, stove, and fridge are from Home Chef Hustle. So that was my modern touch in this very rustic space. I thought that was a pretty cool way to kind of marry the two. And then I was going to use this Base Game tile on the wall, but then I decided the Home Chef Hustle one was just too good with this green. So we went with Home Chef Hustle tiles yet again in the kitchen because I can't help myself. I know it's like a cop-out at this point, but they're so good. And we don't have enough kitchen tiles in this game, so it makes it really hard to not use those because they're just perfect for it. That literally was made for it. And then over here in the bathroom, I'm just using our standard cottage living door because it matches so nicely. A Base Game toilet, and then the Horse Ranch sink and stand-up shower because I like the rustic wood feel of all those, and just some blue herringbone tile from Growing Together up on the walls, and then the flooring is just regular tile, and a mirror from Growing Together as well because I like the wood tone on that too. I think it all matches really nicely together. And of course I add all my favorite bathroom clutter stuff like the toilet paper roll on the wall, some extra rolls on the back of the toilet, a lovely candle. We have our soap pump and our toothbrushes. This is the only bathroom in the house, so I figure it should have all of the amenities, the towels, the plunger, and also a robe hanging next to the shower because very important. And of course, a lovely little farm painting on the opposing wall, because now you have something to look at while you're in the only bathroom in the home. And it has only one very tiny window in here too, so gotta have something else to look at. Now here in the living space, I pull out a rug from Dream Home Decorator. It has a very muted green and kind of cream tone to it, and then a rocking chair for on this side of the room, and I think on the other side I just grab the matching easy chair. I think I play around with the swatches in just a little bit, but I did want to add a bookshelf, and this one's also from Growing Together. Just the one on the one side I figured was enough. Here's that light green kind of stripy tone that I put on the couch and love seat, and then the rocking chair I just made that lighter wood tone, and it also matches these dining chairs really well. The rug underneath the table is from high school years, because I think that in that swatch it kind of matches the Dream Home Decorator rug, but it's ever so slightly smaller. So the wall decorations we have over here is a painting from Horse Ranch, and also a lovely like wall shelf thing, which we do clutter up very shortly, and of course some plants on the walls, some plants on the tables. We have some candles, our salt and pepper shakers over here. I just really wanted to make it super cozy and look like it was lived in, but not super cluttered. So we have the mug trio from the Everyday Clutter kit in that cabinet, as well as a little tiny plant. And I added a little threshold kind of fence piece here to separate the kitchen and the rest of the space, because it is a weird mix of like light and dark wood. So I wanted to make sure I used a good combination of both. Now we're in the greenhouse, and we have some vertical planters, and we also have the bug box, because I wanted her to have at least something, because there's no beekeeping on this lot, although there is plenty of room towards the back. If you wanted to, you could add outdoor gardening things or outdoor gardening activities like the bee box. So I wanted her to at least have a bug box in here. Also, I should mention, this home is for 1 to 2 Sims, so either one single Sim or a young couple. There's nothing in here for pets currently, but I don't see why not. I don't see why you wouldn't be able to add a few quick pet items. I think they would fit in here nicely as well. If you did want to add a kids room, you totally could, but you might have to make another bump out on the other side of the house. So it might end up being a little less of an A-frame and more of just a regular home, but it is totally possible to expand on this lot and just keep a little bit of the A-frame look in there. So I think it's pretty easy to extend this one if you are interested, and it is up on the gallery right now. So if you like what you see so far, please be sure to like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it, and it helps me to know that people are enjoying my builds. Let me know if there's anything else you'd like to see, because I'm currently I'm waiting to get the Love Struck expansion pack, and I do want to do a renovation of the last build that I did of the Mexico City vecindades, but I want to wait until I get that pack. And like I said before, this is real life and we're waiting for payday. Well, other things come up too, so I have to wait a little bit longer, it seems, and hopefully you guys will stick around for that and stay tuned for part 2. But for now, I want to do a whole bunch of other things, maybe explore some types of houses that I haven't done in a while, just because, you know, it's always fun to revisit certain styles and just take a shot at some new things as well. Kind of currently brainstorming and doing some research on other ideas, because I don't want to lose that spark. But I love The Sims, and I don't really ever get tired of building or playing in The Sims. It's just not something that happens to me. I never take any time off from The Sims. I play it every day regardless. So here we are in the kitchen, though. We're cluttering it up. I added some small appliances. There's some plants. There's like a pot holder on the opposing wall that came with Horse Ranch, adding some clutter to the top of the fridge here. Just a cute little bread box, I think from Country Kitchen Kit, and also some plants. I did have to raise them up with the 9 key, so then I used Tool Mod to get them in the right position, and then a rug in front of the sink. Here's some cool kitchen stuff. We have the cutting board, the knives, and the spice rack going up on the wall. You'll also see there's a window right next to the stove looking out to the greenhouse. I thought that was just kind of fun. You could like look through the plants into the greenhouse from the kitchen, like while you're cooking dinner. I don't know. I thought that was pretty cool, and add a little bit more light to the rest of the home, because this house could always use a little bit more light. Being an A-frame, you can only use the front and back walls typically. So adding some more lighting, though. I use these classic kind of globe lights that we got with Growing Together. I think that they fit nicely in that little entryway space, and then more of these horse ranch lanterns going in the greenhouse. Also, under the bug box, I added a cute little mossy rock rug from Snowy Escape, because why not? I thought it was just kind of fun. And then some more plants and wall decorations in the living room. Now upstairs, we have a very horse ranch theme, kind of yellow and honey-toned wood and white, kind of, I don't know what you want to call it. It's just a very relaxing, kind of chill vibe going on in here. And the wallpaper is from the Cozy Bistro kit. I like the wood trim on the top and bottom of this wallpaper. I think it just looks really pretty, and again, it matches the horse ranch wood tones really nicely, so thought that blended together well. Also, this mirror from Cozy Bistro, I put that behind this little like vanity table setup that I made, and the table is from Dream Home Decorator, I believe, as are the wall paintings that I just placed down. The rug under the bed is from Book Nook, and I just use a very plain swatch. I didn't want to go too crazy with other colors, so I think I just went with this white swatch, and I wanted to add lots of plants. I wanted to keep it really muted and kind of bright, but simple. I have some little end tables next to the bed. They are little kind of cubey shelf things. They came with high school years, and then I add a bunch of different clutter on there, like some books, a notebook, a water bottle, a plant with some books in a little basket. I don't know. I thought that was fun. Also, a cute little chest at the end of the bed with some shoes next to it, because maybe that's a good spot to sit and put your shoes on, either when you're getting ready to leave for the day or when you're checking in for the night and just going to bed. Maybe that's where she leaves her shoes because she doesn't want to clutter up her entryway. I'm not 100% sure. But we're also adding some more wall decorations. I have that cool wagon wheel with the flowers on it. And then I also add this lovely flower hanging basket out front where her little front deck is, and some more of this horse ranch lighting because it was just looking a little too bright and not like golden enough for me. And then one more little floor light here next to the bench. Now you will notice in the screenshots I had to move the hanging plant and the standing floor light because there's no ceiling where I have the hanging plant, and it looks a little silly just floating there. So I move it to the other side where the lamp is, and then the lamp goes on the other side. It's a little out of order, but that's okay. That's just how we had to make that work. But the upstairs bedroom is pretty much complete. Now, the very last couple things we're going to do here for the rest of this video is last minute touches. So in the living room, we have a lovely console table right behind the couch with a lamp from Growing Together. We have some pillows and blankets that was from, I think, Eco Lifestyle. We also have a bunch of other horse ranch decorations going up, and then we have a little plant on this entryway or console table as well, because I just wanted it to look really cute and cozy and just cluttered enough. And then out here in front, I kept it really simple and plain because I didn't want anything to get in the way of you actually being able to get into the home. But there's that cute flower stand. It's like a ladder flower stand, and I put a citronella candle in front of it. And I think that is from Backyard Stuff or Perfect Patio, whichever one that citronella candle is from, and I can never remember what it is. The landscaping is also really simple. I have yet to add the terrain paint. I didn't do it in this video because I forgot, to be completely honest. It takes up so much of the lot that I didn't even think about terrain paint, but before I upload it to the gallery, there will be just a little bit of dirt terrain paint to kind of blend it in with the surroundings. So I apologize for forgetting to do that. In my defense, I have been working a lot and I was also sick. So now I'm feeling a little bit better, and I should not forget to do that before I upload. But I'm mentioning it here as a reminder to myself because we have to do these things sometimes in order to convince our brain that we are actually paying attention. Now we're just adding some more plants. We have some pots over here going into the greenhouse. I didn't want anything to be in the way, so I was very careful about where I put things, just out here in like this little tiny sliver of space, and also the little tiny sliver of space that we had available inside the greenhouse. Also added this really cool stump that came with Cottage Living as well, because I thought maybe there was a big tree there and they had to cut it down because it was too close to the home. It was realistic to me to fill that little empty spot with a stump. And then out on this side, I'm just repeating what I had on the other side with more lavender, more tall pine trees, some kind of crazy wild grass, and then some more bunches of lavender. It's just very simple. And I just didn't want it to be too overwhelming because I wanted the home to be the star of the show here. So we are approaching the end of all of the build footage though, and then we're going to get into the live mode footage, and you will see the nighttime view of this home. Is so cute. So here is our Moonwood Mill A-frame. I really hope you enjoyed this one. It was a lot of fun to build, and I had a really great time just doing something different and out of the box. I hope that you enjoyed it as well. Please be sure to like and subscribe. Let me know if there's anything you would like to see in the future, because like I said, I'm waiting to get the new Love Struck pack. So in the meantime, I need ideas. I need ideas on what you want to see other than Love Struck, because I am excited to get into that, but we have to think realistically. So if you understand what I'm talking about, let me know in the comments and leave me a suggestion, because I love hearing from you guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye.